G'day guys, my name's Chris. Welcome back to the I Ride Taz channel. Welcome back to the carport and the CD90Z sled off-roady, scrambly thing that we're building. At this point, I've got the rough outline of where we're headed with it, and so I'm going to start taking it apart. And I know that sounds counterintuitive, but bottom line is that we've got a lot to do. We've got to paint the frame and things like that, and I can't really do that how it is. Proof of concept, I've got it up, I've got it running with the new Lifan 140 engine in it. Absolutely love this engine, and it's nice and torquey. The bike rides fantastic. So they've got a concept of the seat and the guard, the front guard, the number plate. Yeah, it's all there how I roughly want it, but it just looks terrible with the mishmash of colours and frame and things like that. So today, bottom line, we're going to start taking it apart again so that I can set to work on just buttoning up the build, painting the frame, just making it look the way I want it to look. Part of that is potentially going to be changing the bars back to the stock bars. The low wide ones just look a lot better. These are super comfortable. They look a lot better. I think it's a form over function thing, but I'm really not settling with how these bars look. I think it actually detracts from the look of the bike. So I'm going to go back to the low wide bars. I do have a set of black ones in the shed, so I might put that on to see how it looks. But yeah, we're probably going to end up ditching these bars in favour of the low stock chrome ones. But yeah, I'm super happy with how it goes. I'm super happy with how it rides, how the engine is running. It's super smooth. Yeah, it's a great bike, proof of concept. But let's actually get to work on restoring it, painting the frame, making it look top-notch rather than just a mishmash like it does at the moment. Probably the best bet would be to start with taking the engine out. So we will get our chain guards out. Just going to put the bolts back in for the moment. Okay, so there's the master link there. We'll get the chain off. There's the chain. So we'll put the bike on the lift. And we might drop it out. Just open up the electronics canister. There's the rear section of the harness. Okay, there's the harness. Theoretically, we should be able to, yeah. Guys, we got the engine out. We got it out pretty clean, pretty quick. Electrics and oil cooler and everything attached in one go. And there's a pretty good reason for why I wanted it to drop out in one go. Just let me grab it. What have you done, I hear you say? I've bought a Crossfire CF140 with a shag gearbox off a 14-year-old at Portzarel. The bike itself is in pretty awesome condition. I really am actually very, very impressed with the condition of the bike, bar the fact that it's got a gearbox that clunks and groans. And to be honest, I couldn't pass up a $250 motorcycle that goes. Yeah, it doesn't go well, don't get me wrong, but it certainly goes. The brakes work, the plastics are in good nick, the seat's in good nick, the chain's pretty new, the carby looks pretty new. It's still got the one-way valve, the vent on the fuel tank that all of these pit bikes lose. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to drop the dead GPX 140 or YX 140 out of this pit bike, and we're going to put the Lifan 140, which I've fallen in love with, and I've just run in on the CD90Z into this. And we're going to turn the CF140 into a genuine off-road machine. These things have quite a degree of modification potential. I've never owned a pit bike, but I've fallen in love with this small capacity horizontal engine platform. So yeah, I've bought myself a second-hand pit bike to modify as an off-road machine. The CD90Z, I'm still going to modify and build and restore as a Restomod in the Scrambler style, but the fact that I've got this and the van will take the pressure off that. It means that I can do a really good job of it because I really want to restore it back to a lot of its former glory, just in an off-road vein. It's not a particularly capable off-road bike, but it is certainly fun, and ultimately I'll be able to do more hardcore stuff on this and restore that in the way that I want to and make it look as good as I want it to look in my head. What it'll also mean is that I'll be bringing pit bike content to my channel. It's probably a backward slide in a lot of people's opinion, because it's a completely different platform to I've ever worked on before, but it is sort of sticking with modifying bikes that are cheap in my carport. And I want to learn to off-road ride. I want to learn to sort of go deep into the bush, and this was the cheapest way I could do it with what I had. I'm doing a lot of sort of modifications and restorations. I'm doing a lot of work on the house, and that is sucking up most of my income at the moment. so I can't afford to go out and buy a $5,000-$10,000 motorcycle to modify on the channel. So I've bought a $250 motorcycle that goes, sorta, and I realistically am going to just divide the content into modifying and riding the pit bike off-road, and then restoring the CD90Z or resto-modding the CD90Z in that scrambler fashion. So there's not going to be any rhyme or reason, I don't think. I'm sort of aiming to do 2 CD90Z videos a month, 2 pit bike videos a month, but I'll probably flip and flop. But yeah, I'm quite excited. I'm really looking forward to working on this bike and putting that that Lifan 140 engine in it to sort of bring out the true potential of this. I'm thinking of going big wheels and nibby carb and a whole bunch of different modifications to make this cool, and then continue restoring that. I want to strip it down and paint the frame, which is why we took the engine out of it. So they're my plans. Hope you'll join me. The videos are still going to be on Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Some of them will be pit bike, some of them will be CD90Z restoration. Marley's excited, I'm excited, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to just broadening out, working on a bike platform that I've never worked on, that's cheap and accessible, and there's not a lot of sort of really good content for working on pit bikes on YouTube. So I really want to concentrate on making some high quality pit bike maintenance and modification videos, and sort of ease back on the CD90Z and actually restore it. Again, I hope you're going to join me, guys. My name's iRide Taz, my name's Chris, this is the carport, this is iRide Taz. What have I done?